Now, they're nice enough to give me 10 gigs of data. So, in reality, I can kind of go where I want. Now, my potatoes are coming up nicely. As you can see, I'm walking on a little trail. We'll stop and see the pretty flowers. Yes, it's a gorgeous day in Kentucky. A bit warm. I came out my door and there was a bird fluttering around the grass. And he was beautiful and colorful and majestic. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Ronnie. Hello, James. And then I saw, when I said, oh, isn't that so cute? My cat Satin came out from the bushes and grabbed that bird like a T-Rex. And she pulled it right back into the bushes. And it was like Kitty Cat Jurassic Park. And I went, well, I didn't expect that. Well, it's not humid here, fortunately. Now, sometimes it does get humid here. Depends on which way the weather comes from. But if we can get the southwest wind from the desert, we only get dry heats then. Now, of course, if it comes from the Gulf, we can be just as balmy as Louisiana. Hello, Sean. Now, that's a rock that's worth something. That is a rock. You know, it may look like a steak to you, but that is actually a semi-precious stone, likely. I'll have to come back and get that at some point. Now, you can see the pretty flowers on the trail. Bumblebee in my face. So yes, they give me such amount of data on this that I can regularly, when I just go out, now and again, do a little IRL live, and we're just letting you guys see the beautiful. And that's kind of the purpose of this live, is just now found a piece of flint. If I needed to make a fire, now we will head off in this direction through the fields. Well, it was probably jasper, or it could have been an agate. They're easier to tell when they're polished up. But yeah, it was either a jasper or an agate. That rock's probably worth about 10 or 20 bucks in reality. Because in reality, if I lived in a city, the rocks I found here all the time would be worth money. And once again, you're going through here every now and then during the spring, you'll see some really pretty shit like this. You know, this is just through the path that I'm walking through. A dog walks this path. I'm basically walking a path that a dog has made. Because I've seen the dog. That's how I know it's a dog path and not a deer path. Because if I hadn't seen the dog be doing it, I would have thought this was a little deer path. Connection. Hi, YTS. Connection issue. I think AT&T maintains the lines out here. So it's their fault. Now, I've made it to the road. Now, when you get to the road, the main goal is not to get run over. And I'll let you guys see the nature over here as I walk. Whew. Walking through fields is much harder than walking on roads, just saying. But I thought I would take a scenic route. Well, for you guys, so it would be like scenic. Yes, now I have to carry all of my cat food now on my back. So that's what we're out here doing today. I don't need much for me. I need some hamburger buns, but I must have cat food. So this is my exercise. I walk over a mile to the store, and then I haul a heavy pack back. And it's my exercise for the day. And I don't wear my shirt on the way to the store. And I'm currently catching the sun. I'm catching the rays. And those are soybeans, if you're wondering. Yes, if you're wondering what you're seeing before you, those are soybeans. You know, San Francisco may think their tech rules everything, but they cannot live without their soy lattes. So who really holds the power? Oh, okay, YTS. I've not been looking at Instagram lately, really. Really, I've not been much of anything, Bill. YTS, you're in Grace Thorpe's Discord, aren't you? I've been there a lot because she gave me a wrench to make sure that things are kept within a certain level of order. So while I'm just sitting around doing nothing, I kind of watch her Discord, and if it's kind of dull, I'll let the people harass me a while and argue with them. Well, I've been doing things. As I mentioned at the beginning of this live, my potatoes are coming up. So in the fall, I should have quite a bit of potatoes. Ooh. Yeah, I thought a little overland walk might be good, but damn. If I'd known it was going to tire me out so much, I wouldn't have showed you guys the pretty. But I'm dedicated. And I'm also trying not to get ran over. Like I said, you never know what you're going to see on the side of the road. Like I say, look at the pretty. Kentucky is beautiful. Now, this over here, you see that? That drains across the road over here. Yep. Yep, and then it flows over here. And that, if you take a few steps over here, you can see Grimgoss Island. Yes, in the distance is Grimgoss Island, where even now he sings to C'est la vie. That was his last video, singing a song to C'est la vie. Now, the funny thing is I'll tell you after this truck passes. Since C'est la vie wanted to be so butthurt and lie about me too, Grimgoth made a song for her, and he sung it on the channel. And it was a silly song, and maybe even a little bawdy song. But the fact of the matter is YouTube liked it so much, they put their own ads on it. So I thought that was hilarious. Well, Provo, I'm just walking to the store. This is an impromptu thing. Matter of fact, I don't even think Grace knows. Now, Ben knows I was walking to the store, but I didn't tell Ben I was streaming it. Because this is just for scenery. Well, Grimgoth has a family. He has a wife, and he has a daughter named Girlgoth. Just saying. Maybe even Grace at some time will want to play the daughter Girlgoth. Why do you think Grimgoth likes YouTube? He has a family he's trying to avoid. YTS, unhide him unless he's saying something bad about me, because Grace likes him. But that's going to be his one warning. You see, Provo, this channel has a rule. The mods control the chat. I don't control the chat. This is giving you your one mulligan because, Grace's community doesn't know. But this channel is extraordinarily heavy-handed. It's very hard and very easy to get banned all at the same time. One has to use common sense. But the fact of the matter is Mr. YTS right there can whip your ass on YouTube anytime that he wishes. Because him is a super genius. Into where the mean girls have their counsel. Well, see, Provo, you actually made a good segue to our next point. Car. You see, the mean girls always had their chat, and they kept trying to draw me into it. But what the mean girls didn't understand is I had a chat too, and there's two people in it. Me and the YouTube schizophrenic. And what goes on that chat will always be private. So I don't actually care, Provo. I mean, this is my poo-poo channel. This is a scenery stream. I don't need Grace for a scenery stream. And the fact is Grace isn't going to need me for every stream except for when she wants me there. You see, you don't understand how that works, Provo, because you see, I have no ego in this. So I'm always going to do what's best. I mean, there's like zero friction between Grace and I. The more I find about Grace, the more she's a little me, except a girl and born in the modern day. Oh, really? Really, Shamu? Let me hit you with this fact, Shamu. I have never been in a court case that was not fixed in my favor. It must suck for the rest of you, but that is a sad fact of life. Detectives mean nothing. Yep. In fact, I like talking to detectives. In fact, someone could call the cops on me every day, and I'd be happy to talk to them, because they know I'm a happy, friendly guy. And they also fish in my pond. That helps too. You know, Roger's not dumb. I let both law enforcement and drug dealers fish in my pond. I mean, I'm not beyond some local politicking. Hello, Lips. Well, we're hanging out in Kentucky, and I'm just walking to the store to get a bag of cat food for, well, way too many cats. You know, I've been sitting here living my best life and, you know, doing my thing. You know, I didn't tell you too, but one of the kittens had been sick a bit. It wasn't taking the transition to food from mommy's milk to food really well, and I've been taking care of that kitty, and in the last few days, he's completely nursed back to health, and he's a happy, bouncy little monster again. And it makes me happy. Now, that's a car from my era, although it looks to have got a little bit of mold on it. I'm putting you guys down for a minute because I don't want you to see somebody's address. So we'll let you look over there for a minute. And then we'll let you look over here, okay, so I won't let you see their address. It is very scenic where I live. Oh yeah, I mean, this is my exercise and mental health trip. I mean, now that they've got a store a lot closer, you know, it's actually good for me to walk to the store. I can carry 5 times as much home as the same effort of one trip. So, you know, when they stock up on kitty food, I come up here every day and I buy a pack of kitty food. And then I put it in my backpack. It gotta pull over unless I get run over. Hello, Larry. I got one on me, Lips. Yes, I'm wearing a backpack right now. And I'm carrying my shirt and I'm catching some sun. Well, this road, the speed limit is 55 miles an hour. But they will go 70 miles an hour on this road. Now, you see this trailer right here? When you get to it, you have entered McCoy territory. So you will get to see the McCoy compound. Well, yeah, since the store's a lot closer, I mean, it's good exercise for me and it keeps me in shape. Now, I don't understand it, but I can't keep signal in the store because I've tried this before and I was going to do a whole trip, but as soon as I get inside, I immediately lose stream signal. But yes, this is the McCoy compound. It's full of McCoys. And on this side, there are 3 trailers and a cabin. And dogs that bite, by the way. Well, look at it, Jimbo's on his way, because I got my gun strapped to the pack right here. Hey, how you doing, Dane? Now, you see, not only do I have my gun, but yes, this is the whole McCoy compound. And that's a compound full of guns. Just saying. Yes, YTS, those are the real descendants of the McCoys. And they will shoot you. I mean, let's get this straight. They will shoot you. But once again, they like to remember the whole liking to fish in my pond thing. I own the best place to fish here. So, once again, anything that was a problem wants to fish at my house, which gives me a certain amount of leverage. Now, those are potatoes. In this field, all that's going to be potatoes. Well, that's good considering I don't have a 50-inch waist. Nope, considering I don't. Nope, I don't. I do have an itch I just scratched though. But, well, this one over here is nicer. Just saying. And it don't have no McCoys in it. Oh yeah. Like I say, I've got a 9mm right here strapped to my pack. And anybody that wants to say boo to me in real life, they'll get the business to that end of that in a second. Because, see, here in Kentucky, you don't have to have a permit to carry a weapon. Now, I normally carry it in the open, but since I'm not wearing a shirt, I do have it concealed, which I am allowed to. And like I said, local law enforcement fishes at my house. So, yeah. In fact, I would love Jimbo to come back here because there is a Pulaski County deputy that oh so wants to talk to Jimbo. I mean, please, God, let that dumb son of a bitch be stupid enough to come here because he'll be in jail tonight and his ass getting whipped. And if he draws a weapon, well, then Velma's going to have to get a job. That's all I got to say. Brandishing weapons on YouTube is against terms of service. Now, YTS, ban Super Mommy from my channel. She's telling me to do things that are against terms of service to try to flag my channel. Or I'll just stop and do that myself. Oh, thank you. You got him before I did. Goodbye, Super Mommy. Yeah, that's a big truck. Nice truck, too. Now that truck going over that way will be carrying pesticides. And those will be put on those soybeans that we saw. Yes. You see, in the Amber Lynn community, when anyone had a hazy questions about things like terms of service, it was always brought to me. I mean, they have such simple damn minds, and they think they're so smart. Well, good. Like I say, for one, I got a gun. Two, I got more than a gun, but I ain't talking about that. Just saying. like I said, there's a Pulaski County deputy that really, really, really wants to talk to Jimbo. Just saying. Well, the thing is, Lips, when I grew up in Cincinnati, there are people that would become a problem and make enemies of everyone. And when those people went missing, the cops would look into it and they'd just throw up their hands because there'd be too many possible suspects. That's why people shouldn't go around making enemies of everyone. Now, Lips, as you saw, I don't go around attacking everyone. I've got this down because I don't want to just see a house number. Just out of kindness to neighbors. Okay, so there we go. Well, the thing is that's more than likely happened at home. Now, once again, where I have the power to look into the future, Nicolina's going to leave when her young daughter starts dating. And then she's going to turn her psycho onto some young man. And I don't think that's going to go well for her, in my personal opinion. Oh, look, pretty ditch. Now, when I used to work for the state, there'd be some days at work, like a rainy day, where I'd basically be driving a pickup and looking at ditch lines and looking for ones that didn't drain. I had you guys down to hide another house number. But like I said, it's gorgeous here. Now some beautiful goatsies over here next to the store. Yep. Well, here I be at the Dollar General. Now, everyone, thank you for hanging out with me. And now look at all the little yellow flowers. That's all wild mustard. All that yellow you see is all wild mustard. Now, thank you for coming for our scenery stream. Everyone have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.